So let's get into the workout. So if you haven't watched the previous videos, go into the program and watch the previous videos. I explain exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to go over most of the things as we lift together, but in case there's something you don't understand, go back and there's gonna be videos prior to this one in your program to refer back and know exactly what we're doing. So let's go over a barbell bicep curl. That's gonna be the first exercise today. We're gonna go 3 sets. And as you know, we're not gonna count reps. You can feel free to count reps on your own. A rep is still valid, but we're gonna go by time under tension. So we're gonna go by time. And if you have a smartphone, which 99.99% of you do, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that. So you're gonna get on your smartphone and you're gonna go to your clock and you're gonna set your timer. I'm gonna set mine to 1:10 because that 10 seconds gives me a little delay time to get into position and then start everything. So I'm gonna try to do 1 minute per set, and that's what we're gonna do together. So we're gonna go 3 sets, 1 minute barbell bicep curl, and that's gonna be 3 minutes of total time under tension. And then we're gonna rest for 1 minute between sets. So let's get into this. Let's go over the technique for how to do a barbell bicep curl. I'm gonna spend most of my time today covering technique. This is week 1. Technique is the most important thing, and we may have more rest time than we typically would have because I wanna build the foundations so that you know exactly what you're doing. One of the most important things to me in this entire program is we live in a social media culture of sound bites. And it's so hard for me to present exercise information online because everything is 60 seconds. And we have to, exercise is a lot more complex than most people realize. So I want to teach you how to lift so that you know how to do this on your own and give you the knowledge to take this power into your hands. So in a barbell bicep curl, the first thing I wanna do is go over your standing position. So we're gonna build this from the ground up. Your feet are gonna be about hip width apart, and you're gonna have a very soft bend in your knees. You're gonna stick your hips back, and you're gonna slightly lean your trunk forward. In sports, we call this the athletic stance. And the reason we're doing this slight knee bend and forward trunk lean is we wanna get your center of mass over your base of support. And as you do a bicep curl and you get tired, a lot of people sway their back to finish the rep. Well, when you maintain this position, it keeps your trunk locked in place to ensure that you don't tweak your back and get hurt. So this position is kind of a fundamental position that we're gonna apply throughout our entire program. And that's not just in the arms, that's in shoulders, that's in everything we do. This is the foundation for everything. So we're gonna have our position here, building it from the ground up. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna turn them like this. So you're gonna turn your hands this way, and everybody's position here is gonna be different because my shoulders are probably, they could be wider than yours. So I'm gonna grip a barbell in a different place than you are. Most people assume that they should grip a barbell right along these bends. So right through here. That's not necessarily the case because if I did that, I'd be grabbing this bar right here, and this is not anatomically correct for me. So my grip is gonna be wider. It's gonna be all the way out here. So this is where I'm gonna be gripping this barbell to start my curl. The first thing I wanna cover are the common mistakes in a bicep curl. So the most common mistakes is people tend to move their elbows. So as I curl the weight, my elbows may fall back like this, or they may come forward like this. Both of these cheating mechanisms are called cheating because they offload the biceps. So they make it easier for your biceps because they recruit other muscles. I'm not a huge fan of the term cheating because actually this is mechanical efficiency. This is your body recruiting other things to help because that's how your body functionally works. The problem is we're trying to make things harder for your biceps. So this makes things easier for the things that we're trying to make at hard 4. So those are things to look for and things that we'll cover more as we do this. Now I want you to grab your timer, whether you're at the gym, whether you're at home. We're gonna grab your weight and we're gonna get started. I'm gonna start my delay time, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this now. We're gonna go for 1 minute, time under tension. I'm gonna start in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tighten my bicep before I move. And I'm gonna squeeze my bicep through the entire range of motion. Squeezing towards the very top. Squeezing at the top. And then making my bicep fight this weight all the way back down. Now that's 1 rep, and that's about 20 seconds. You don't have to go as slow as I am, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many reps I've done, because this is freaking really hard. And my biceps are basically working at a max right now, because they are in control of every inch of this movement. So I'm creating a mind-muscle connection, squeezing at the top, making my biceps fight this load all the way down. I'm controlling this eccentric, coming to a complete stop. I'm actually hoping my time's almost over. I got about 5 seconds. Squeeze and hold, there's the time. Now I want you to keep squeezing. Squeeze for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fighting it all the way down. And rest. I'm gonna stop that. Okay, we're gonna rest for 1 minute. So we're going 1 minute on, 1 minute off. We're going 3 sets today, 1 minute. So this program is gonna be progressed. We're starting with 3 sets, and we're gonna progressively increase your volume as we go on. This week will be 3 sets. Next week is gonna be 3 sets. And then the things we'll tweak are the time, as well as the sets, because that's what measures the total amount of time that you're under tension for. It's not only per set, it's also per entire workout. So I'm actually breathing relatively hard. Now, here's the thing. How many reps did I do? Maybe 4, maybe 5. I didn't do 10. It doesn't matter. I have trained myself to know this load doesn't matter, the amount of reps doesn't matter. And this is a paradigm shift from everything you're used to. You're gonna have to retrain your brain for how you think about exercise. Because if you look at the science and you look at the variables, we have programmed ourselves to focus on the wrong things. And this is one of the most, I'm gonna use the word life-changing things to learn, because you will spend less time in the gym and your results will skyrocket when you focus on the right things. So, okay, it's time. We're gonna go set 2. I'm gonna stop the rest time, start the work time. This is gonna be fun. 1 of 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna think about keeping your elbow completely still, not letting it fall back. Squeezing at the very top, fighting it back down. Once again, your speed does not have to be the same as mine, but I want you to be completely in control of this weight and not let the weight be in control of you. I want you to own the movement. The other thing is, notice how I'm moving in an arc. So my motion is initially out. My hands are going out. Now they're going up. They're still going up, and now they're going in. This is an arcing path, and literally just thinking about that right now made this like 20 times harder. I'm going down in an arc. Right now I'm moving out, and then down, and then back. Most people are doing this. That's 100% different. Rotation is the motion of a curl. Set 2, rest time started. I don't know how many reps that was. It wasn't too many. So we're moving in rotation. The movement, I'm gonna show you this again. I'm standing here. Hands are going out. Now they're going up. and now they're going in. They're not doing this. This movement and making an arc loads your bicep the entire time. So not only is it the time under tension, it's the biomechanics. It's the way you load your bicep through the entire movement, because our goal is to fatigue your biceps as much as we can the entire time. If you're thinking about reps, your sole goal is to get to rep number 10. It's not to challenge the biceps. I train people 10 hours a day, and people tend to fixate on how can I get to rep 10? That's all that matters. But that makes it to where you're not focused on each phase of the contraction. That completely changes your mindset when you can kind of be free of that way of thinking. It's game time. Here we go. Round 3, set 3, 3, 2, 1. Timer started. Feet hip width. Elbows locked in place. 4-step rep. I'm going to tighten my bicep before I move. That's step 1. Step 2. I'm going to squeeze through the entire range. I'm moving in this arcing path. Out, up, then curling in. Step 3, I'm going to squeeze and hold. And then step 4, I'm going to make my bicep eccentrically control this weight all the way back to the starting position. Doing all of this while not moving my elbows. Now you tell me you can go fast at home or in the gym and actually do that. You can't. No one can. I've been doing this for years, and you have to pay attention. This is rep 2, and I feel like it's rep 20. I'm literally about failure here. 6 seconds. I'm just going to hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. So, if you're laughing at me right now, try this, because this is really hard. I don't know how many reps I did in 3 sets. It wasn't very many. I've got a pretty solid muscle pump. I'm freaking pre-effing tired. And I didn't even, quote unquote, if we were counted reps, I would have just wrote on a piece of paper, I did 3 sets of about 12 reps total. And that's not what happened. So this is why reps is deceptive. Okay, so this is workout 1, exercise 1 today. This week, we're gonna repeat this. So I want you to do this again this week, at least 2 days in between. You're gonna repeat this workout. We're gonna move on to exercise number 2. So let's get that set up.